In this tutorial, we're going to cover exporting geometry from 3D Studio Max in order to make a first-person walkthrough in Unity. First recommendation, know your units in 3D Studio Max. 2. Label and name any key elements of geometry from your scene that will be called into use once in the Unity engine, especially those which are navigable surfaces. Select the items that are necessary or that you wish to export. You can File, Export, Game Exporter. First thing, the y-axis is not up, it's the z-axis. This knows to rotate the geometry upon import into Unity. Next, make sure that you are exporting those elements that are selected as opposed to the whole model. Choose the export directory and then follow up with a file name. A memorable file name. Another recommendation is to make sure that all the geometry is attached to itself and that you don't have any spare or random pieces of geometry floating throughout the model. This needs to be clean and well organized. Alright, so we've exported the file successfully, or the geometry successfully. Now we need to start a Unity project. Alright, so we're going to make a new project. I would ensure that it is a 3D template. I'd also recommend that you import the standard asset package, but we can do that afterwards. Alright, here's Unity. I don't want to upgrade to the new version at the moment. Alright, so what's most important for us right now are the assets. So we need to import the geometry from Max, so import new asset. It's in the export folder, and it's the 2019 Maison Domino model. Alright, there it is. We see it in the assets folder, and then we need to go to the inspector. Make sure that you've checked generate colliders. You need to confirm the scale factor. So when we drafted in centimeters, so we do not need to convert the units. It's already metric. Alright, we don't have to change any of the other parameters. Okay, everything's good. Back to model. And then don't forget to do this. Apply. Bring the model into your scene. By dragging it into the hierarchy panel. We're now in the scene. The graphics window is seen, and here you can see the slab, the ground plane, the columns, and the stairs. The glazing is a topic to be covered later, so we're going to turn it off by just unchecking the box. In order to make the first-person walkthrough, we are required to download the characters from the standard assets, which you can get from the Unity Asset Store. So go to the Unity Asset Store tab, locate standard assets, and then hit the import button. Okay, so you've imported all the standard assets. Now you need to make the navigable surfaces. Select Domino 3 in the navigable surfaces, either ground or stair and slab here under Hierarchy. In the Inspector tab, mark them as navigation static. Then go to the Navigation tab right next to the Inspector and check the size of your agent. This is the size of the character. Based upon the correct scale of this model, the agent radius is 0.5, the height is 2. The step height is 0.5, and that is useful for this the Maison Domino model. After you set the parameters, go to the Bake tab and then hit Bake. If successful, you've baked the navigable mesh, which is the light blue non-renderable grid that you see in the scene. In order to now be able to walk through, you need to bring in from the standard assets the first person character. You go to the prefabs and the FPS controller, which you see there. You drag that into the Hierarchy panel, and you can see the icon of a camera, speaker. Select the main camera and delete, because the first person is now about to become the main camera. Unfurl the FPS controller, highlight first person character, and make sure that that is tagged as the main camera. Now, if it is correct, you will see a small window pop up with a view into the model itself. Now, you know, there we go. Now we're looking toward the building. There we go. There I can change the field of view. I'll now save. Proof of concept, you want to go to the Game tab and then hit play. If everything works, using the arrow keys for movement forward, backward, and side to side, and the mouse to change the location of your head or your field of view, you should be able to move through your scene on the navigable surfaces, which in this case is the ground plane, the slabs, and the stairs.